This glute routine is a great routine to strengthen and improve any muscular imbalances from side to side. Sometimes your right or your left glute isn't firing as it should, or it's late firing, and one side is doing more of the work. Take a look at the band. You want to place it high on your shin, just underneath the kneecap, wrapping around the front of the shin, not on your thigh. With the band wrapped around your kneecap just above the shin, you're going to get a better contraction than you would if it was around your kneecap below your thigh. Focus on tilting your hips up every time. Push your knees out against the band very hard and keep your feet firmly planted. After 10 to 12 up to 15 banded glute bridges, you're going to move right into clamshells. So immediately move right into clamshells. Then you're pushing, keeping the band at the same spot on the knee, pushing up against the band, keeping your top of your hip pointed angled downward, and you can turn your chest towards the ground. So we're trying to keep the hip in place as we push up against the band, holding for 1 to 2 seconds. After 10 to 12 clamshells with the band, switch sides. If you didn't use a band or used a really light one, you can do 15 to 20 reps. Make sure the hip stays in place, chest is angled downward, and you will notice that it's not a very big movement. Try to tuck your hips underneath to get a better contraction. The final exercise of this sequence is the single leg glute bridge. This is done to isolate your glute max more after you've just worked your glute med with the clamshells. If you start with your right leg on the clamshells, you're going to do your right leg first on the single leg glute bridge. Shoot for 15 to 20 reps on this one. The setup is pretty important. You want to keep the knee pulled back towards you to limit extension and flexion in the spine. So you can keep your knee pulled towards you, or you can even rest the foot on your knee to keep everything locked in place.